Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the May 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Cancer. Now please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this in regards to your sun, moon and rising signs for this month, okay? So do take a look at your natal chart and see what are the corresponding zodiac signs and which video title resonates with you most at this time. So just to let you know, I'll be pulling a Celtic cross style spread using the intuitive tarot to begin with, and then clarifying further with the Rider-Waite. So, Cancer, I'm just going to do a quick pre-shuffle for you before we get into it. A lot of the time I do this before I start the video, but not today apparently, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a few shuffles for you before we begin. Let's do one more of that. Okay. My shuffling is not incredible compared to a lot of readers, but still mixes the cards very well. It gets the job done, so you know that's the important thing, right? I'd love to be able to do this really fancy style shuffling, but I'm not yet there yet, so we'll see. Maybe it's something I can practice in my free time. Okay, so Cancer, let's see, what does May have in store for you? Okay, interesting. Okay. This one seems to want to come out also. So I'll pull out the main energies and then we'll go into the layout. And then afterwards we'll clarify each card further, as we usually do here on this channel. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that tuned into the live last night, my first ever live reading. It was really, really good, lots of fun. I had a lot of people dropping in throughout the duration. I mean, I didn't expect anyone to stay for the full, for the full stream. It was a very long stream. It was 2 hours and 20 minutes in the end, which is not what I was really planning. I was hoping to get it done in like an hour and a half because I know how taxing it is energy-wise. And obviously I didn't get to eat for a long time either, and I was quite drained by the end of it, but it was really good. It was lots of fun. I'm really glad I did it. So I'll definitely be doing another live stream very soon. I haven't decided on what subject as like the main focus of the stream, but it will be coming up very soon, I imagine. Possibly another one in the next 2 weeks, so keep an eye out for an announcement on that. So, Cancer, you have to bear with me. I've got a cough sweet in my mouth because after all the talking last night and having problems with my throat recently, it's been a bit rough today. So that's why I've got the cough sweet in my mouth. So, excuse me. So the first card you got was the King of Wands. Fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. So this could be very much the energy that you're stepping in, or this could be someone who's very much at the forefront of this month for you, Cancer. Either way, you could have a lot of fire in your chart. I mean, for me, for example, I have Leo in my Venus and my Mars, right? So it's quite prominent there. So you could have a lot of fire in your chart, or this could be someone that you're dealing with. But either way, this is your present circumstances, right, for the month of May. So I feel like you are starting to embody this energy also. Even if you are dealing with a fire sign, I feel like you're kind of stepping into this space of feeling very confident, very self-assured, very self-aware, knowing what it is that you want, going towards all things with passion, with determination, with a really strong sense of conviction. That's what I'm getting from this, really strong sense of conviction. Knowing what it is that you're trying to obtain, right? So you're really stepping into that space. You know what it is that you're aiming for, what you're reaching for. And I feel like you're starting to feel like you have the means to make it happen as well. You might not necessarily have everything yet to bring it completely together, but I feel like in a lot of ways you're starting to feel like, you know, you have the skills to pay the bills, right? It's that kind of energy. So in your recent past, you have the Page of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe someone offered you something, and that's what gave you this ability to feel more confident, to feel more self-assured, and feeling like you are on track, right, towards obtaining what it is that you want. Because maybe someone came in with an opportunity for expansion, for growth, right? An opportunity to demonstrate your skills, which then gave you a new platform to build upon, right? So someone came, I feel like someone did come in and give you an opportunity, or this could be the universe opening doors for you, but I feel like either way, an opportunity that was offered gave you the much needed step in order to start building towards what it is that you're trying to obtain. And with that, it brought a lot more confidence, it brought in a lot more positivity. You started to feel like you were beginning to manifest as well some significant changes, which is really powerful. In your near future, you have the Six of Cups in reverse, so water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, your energy. So I feel like in some ways there might be something you have to let go of. Maybe something that isn't serving you anymore, something from the past that stops you from feeling like you can truly step into this space with no fear, you know, with complete and utter unwavering conviction, right? Because I feel like you are very strong, you're very determined, you're very confident, but I feel like there's something from the past that's maybe still kind of energetically in your field, and you need to release it for good, right? To prevent you from having any further blockages, anything that's stopping you from really obtaining what it is that you deserve at this time. Within your emotions, you have the Five of Swords. So yeah, conflict, confusion, miscommunication, misunderstandings, maybe even arguments. There may be someone from your past here trying to come back. Ooh, why am I? I just realized I'm holding the card like here. Like, can you see? There may be someone from your past trying to come back. Or you may be forced to revisit the past in order to release what it is that no longer serves you, right? Because that's what causes you to self-doubt. That's what causes you to possibly even self-sabotage, right? Because there's this feeling of, feeling of doubt. There's this slight doubt that comes into your mind. And there's either usually a situation or an individual that triggers it. Or it could be more than one individual or more than one situation. But I feel like there's something specific that triggers this doubt or triggers these feelings of unhappiness, of mental struggle, right? Anxiety. So that's something you're going to have to come to process and understand what it is that triggers that for you and release it for good. Within your power to affect what's crowning you, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse and more water. Yeah, I think you're realizing that, or you will come to realize if you haven't already, particularly throughout the month of May, that while there was a lot of opportunities opening up for you, there was only one or two specific opportunities that really resonated with you on a soul level, that made you feel good, that made you feel like there is longevity here, that there is, this is something I can grow into, this is something I can grow with, right? Or someone I can grow with, right? I feel like it's more than one thing. It could be a relationship, but it could also be a career opportunity, right? Or it could be something creative, a passion project, especially with that King of Wands there. I feel like it's something that really helps you to tap into your creativity. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's definitely in relation to your creativity. But some of you, it also applies to your relationships as well. Like you became very clear in your mind what it is that you want. And now that that's clear to you and the path that you're taking, you're you're not willing to jeopardize that. I feel like you're not willing to jeopardize your happiness or what you're passionate about any longer because of whatever this is, right? So that's why that's coming to the forefront, to be cleared out for good. So in regards to your advice here, you have the World card in reverse. So yeah, the cycle is not over yet. There's something that hasn't come to full completion yet. Something that needs to be released, something that needs to be understood, a lesson that needs to be learned. There's something here that needs to fully come to your awareness before it can be let go of in some way, right? So you can move on fully. So just be aware of that is going to come around so that you can do what is needed in order to move on. So in regards to your external influences at this time, you have the Six of Cups in reverse. So more water, lots of water in this reading so far. And yeah, I feel like you're trying your best to, essentially do the best with what you have, with the cards that you've been dealt. I feel like there has been a good opportunity that's come in that's really helped you, that's really made you feel more on top of things. But yeah, there is something from the past that you haven't released yet. Like I was saying, I'm not surprised the Six of Cups is here. It's in reverse because it will be released, right? There's something that's, I feel like it's not directly in your environment at this point. I don't feel like it is, because with your external influences, this talks about people, situations, and environments that are surrounding you at this time, right? But I feel like whatever this isn't directly in your line of field. It's not in your line of sight. But energetically, you're still tied to it, even though it's no longer a part of your current circumstances, right? So that's what needs to be processed and released. Probably connected to an ex, I'm just saying. Or it could be an estranged family member. It's going to be different for different people, but it's someone from the past that you've severed ties with, but you're still energetically connected to. So you're finding a way to try and release yourself from that, I feel. And you will get there. You're coming to the end of that cycle. Like I said, that's why the World in reverse is showing here, because while it's not fully resolved yet, you're coming to that point of completion very soon. So be aware of that as well. While there's going to be things that come up that will trigger you, that will remind you, that will make you face the situation, it's there for a reason. It's so it can come full circle and be done with for good, right? So in regards to your hopes, you have the Eight of Wands, more fire energy. So I feel like you're hoping that some communication will come in, some circumstances will come in that will allow you to release this for good, and that will allow you to move forward, that will allow you to focus on what it is that you truly want. Maybe you're waiting on some good news, right, regarding this passion project, your creative endeavor, right? Or maybe you've had some good news recently and you're hoping that the good times keep rolling, like more abundance comes in, more communication, more possibilities, right? But so I feel like it applies on multiple levels. I feel like this very much applies to you trying to move forward, right? And just really focusing on this abundance that's coming in, all this inspiration and passion that you're feeling for this creative endeavor. And maybe you're waiting on some very good news surrounding that, as well as, some communication from whoever's tied to this situation that you're trying to release. Maybe you're also waiting on some, gaining some clarity, some confirmation, so you can resolve it and release it for good and move on. In your position of your fears, you have the Five of Pentacles. So earth energy again. You're afraid that you're going to miss out on an opportunity. You're afraid that everything is working too well in your benefit, right? That in some point, in one way or another, you're going to miss out. That things are not going to come together. That you're going to be rejected. That you're going to be, fired, or like just being released in some way, let go of. and you're not going to accomplish what it is that you've been setting out to do. That's your fear, and that comes into this, right? So you got 2 5s. The number 55 can be very important to you, and any messages surrounding 55, which is also going to be connected to your fears. Really look at that, because that's what needs to be addressed, right? That's what's holding you back. So do have a look at that, and look at how you can best work with your higher self to work through that energy, right? So it doesn't linger and be such a prominent shadow hanging over your head while you have so much positivity coming in, right? So dealing with your fears, facing your fears of rejection, of not obtaining what it is you're working hard for, of maybe even with this communication that's coming in, maybe you're afraid that you're going to be rejected by this person, or they're going to tell you that, they're going to confirm your worst fears. I don't know. We'll look at that when we clarify. And then finally, in the position of your outcome, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is more earth energy. You've got a lot of fire, a lot of earth, a lot of water, right? But particularly, particularly a lot of water and a lot of earth energy. So this is you trying to balance yourself out. You're trying to ground yourself. You're trying to feel, very good, very, very, very balanced, but very stable, very much nurturing yourself, feeling nourished emotionally, feeling good on all levels, mind, body, and spirit, pretty much. And I feel like this is what you're doing. You're trying to take steps forward. You can't do everything all at once, so you're trying to take gradual steps towards this goal, towards this accomplishment, towards the life that you're crafting for yourself, right? This beautiful path that you're weaving for yourself. You're taking slow, careful steps towards this goal. So largely this is very positive, Cancer, I have to say. But obviously there is something that does need addressing here, because while I feel like it's not crippling you, it's not preventing you from taking action, it's not stopping you from moving forward by any means, there is still something here that's kind of overshadowing things a little bit. So we'll just take a look now as to what that is, to help you work through it. Because I feel like you're almost there. You've made so much progress with this situation, whatever it was, right, that you were dealing with. So now you're just kind of getting to that last hurdle where certain things that were hidden from you will be revealed, certain things that were not communicated will be spoken, and certain things that were maybe even lied about, the truth will come forward, right? So you can finally get the closure that you need, so you can process it and move on, essentially. So this is a very important part of this process. Whatever situation that you found yourself in, I feel like this has been going on for some time, possibly weeks, months, years. It's finally almost over, right? You're almost there. Alright, we'll get the last cards for... Okay, thank you. So, let's have a look. Cancer, in regards to your present circumstances, the King of Wands here, you have the Queen of Swords, so air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, earth energy, and you have the Three of Swords, so more air. So yeah, with this combination, I feel like you're trying to block something out. You're trying to, get to the heart of the matter. You may even be fighting. You might be, I think energetically, you might be fighting someone. That's why you're kind of, there's this fear element and there's something holding you back. I feel like energetically, or like astrally, you're at war with someone. They pissed you off. They really pissed you off, Cancer. You're at war with someone. Whoever this person was that you were dealing with, they hurt you a lot, with that Three of Swords here. You were heartbroken over this situation, because I think that you really saw a really powerful future with this person. I think you possibly would have even considered settling down with this person. That's how much they meant to you. And they broke your heart. You know, with the Three of Swords here, they really broke your heart. They might have cheated on you, they might have lied to you, they might have just ghosted you, especially because you have the Five of Pentacles there. In your fears, it's likely that you felt abandoned in some way, right? So it could be that they just vanished. They were just, one minute they wanted to be with you, next minute they were gone, they weren't interested. You know, that kind of energy. And that really hurt you, and that's what brought you into this energy, which is not normal for you, Cancer. So for someone to trigger that energy in you, you were pissed, right? And you were hurt, so you became hardened. You hardened yourself in order to battle this connection, to battle this person, because you didn't want them in your energy field anymore. You were trying to protect yourself by blocking them out, by cutting through their bullshit as well. Essentially, is what I'm getting, like cutting through bullshit, right? And even if this person, I feel like maybe even this person was trying to make amends. Maybe they were trying to explain themselves. Maybe they were trying to show you how they truly feel, or, you know, what their thought process was after the fact. But you were just like, no. Just no. Pretty much, because, you know, you've been through a lot. If this is not in relation to a person, I feel like for a lot of you, there will be a connection with a person here. But for those of you where you're just like, you know, you've been through a lot with your experiences. You've had a lot of failures, a lot of letdowns, a lot of opportunities that didn't come to pass. I think there was one particular opportunity that you put a lot of work in. Your heart, you know, your heart was like in it, you know, to the end. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into a situation and it didn't come together. You really thought that was going to be it. That was going to be your golden opportunity to create the life that you dreamed, and it didn't come together. So that really made you upset. And it made you kind of step into this energy of like, well, fine, you know, if this is my lot in life, then fuck it, why should I care, you know? I don't care anymore. I'm just going to close myself off, and I'm just going to do what I can do, you know, and that's it. So it kind of hardened you, this situation, but you, you know, you're coming out of that slowly, I feel like, you know. I feel like you are trying to come out of your hard shell, you know. But I think if this person is approaching you, they're gonna face you. Like when they approach you, you're literally gonna be in this energy. So it's not gonna be easy for them to get through by any means. So in regards to your past, the recent past, the Page of Pentacles here, you have the Page of Cups, water energy, and you have the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, some opportunity came in for love, I feel, for a partnership, for, you know, an opportunity to build together, right? Can be in love, can be in relation to your work. Again, for a lot of you, I feel like it's both. I feel like it's both. There was opportunities in love and also in your career or your, you know, creative endeavor. You know, there was an opportunity for growth, for progression, for partnership. And you were like, I think you were like, opportunities like this don't come all too often, so I'm going to take it and hang on to it for dear life, pretty much. You see the pentacles here, right? So I think when this was offered, you took it with both hands, you know, and held on to it for dear life, because you were like, I don't know when I'm going to get this opportunity again. So, you know, it looks good. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant, but, you know, it feels good as well. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take this chance because, you know, I don't know when I'm going to get this again, right? It seems too good to be true, but at the same time, it feels too good to let it, you know, pass it up pretty much. And then in regards to your near future, the Ace of Cups in reverse here. Whoa, so you have the Tower. Okay, there's a lot of energy here. You have the Tower, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we've got the King and Queen here. You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, Cancer. So I felt like this is something you've already dealt with, though. Like I said, this is relating to something from the past. Something's going to hit you like a ton of bricks from the past. Maybe when this communication comes in from this person, you're going to be like, okay, this is what I'm getting. This tower moment is going to be this communication in regards to a previous tower moment that already occurred, right? You're going to find out that what you thought was true was not, right? You thought that this person didn't want you because they didn't think you were good enough, that you weren't attractive enough, that they could get better, that they were looking for something else or someone else, and that you essentially wasn't, the Queen of Wands, Queen Bee, right? And that they didn't want a relationship, they wasn't looking for anything serious, you wasn't what they wanted, so you were just convenient at the time, and they were just juggling you and all the rest of it. But they weren't juggling. That's what you're going to find out, that they weren't juggling you and another person. I'm curious what that is, right? So for some of you, this is in regards to... Yeah. Maybe someone was going to pull out of a situation because they financially are not able to move forward. So if you have a partnership with someone, right? If you're going into business with someone, just be aware that a tower moment may hit in the near future, and they may not be able to invest in you moving forward because they just don't have the means at this point. So just be aware of that, okay? So don't pin all your hopes on this one opportunity, because as I said, I feel like there is doorways opening to you. So just be aware that there may be an unforeseen event that forces the person to withdraw, and they're not able to invest in you anymore, or this project, your vision, right? Because they just don't have the means. They're having to pull back, right? Where they were willing to build with you, they're just not able to. And they had to make a tough decision to withdraw financially from a situation. So be aware of that. That someone's going to take a financial hit. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's someone you're connected with. Could be an employer, could be a business partner, like I said. It could be an investor. So just be aware of that. Okay. But I want to see in regards to this past person, what it is that, because you thought all these negative things, right, about yourself, and then you're starting to hear and realize that it had nothing to do with you, and that they weren't juggling you and another person. They couldn't move forward. This is your energy, Cancer, Chariot. They couldn't move forward. They didn't have a clear path because they were lost themselves. I saw, just before I'm shuffled now, I saw the Five of Pentacles as well, again. And we got the Sun, right? So Leo energy, could be dealing with a Leo, especially with that King of Wands there. Or a Cancer, and a fellow Cancer, because the Chariot's there also. But I feel like, this person wasn't willing to walk away with that Eight of Cups I just saw. And I'm seeing the Lovers here. This person wasn't willing to walk away from you, but they felt like they had no choice because they could not move forward. Why was this person not able to move forward, though? Even though they saw you as the sun, right? They saw you as their happiness, right? They had to walk away because there was something toxic about this connection. There was some things they had to resolve within themselves, and they were aware that there was some demons that you were fighting yourself, right? Not yourself, but you were fighting also, right? There was some things that you were dealing with within yourself and your situation, and they had things to deal with themselves too. So that's why they pulled away, because they knew that while you were butting heads, this would never work. They had to go off and heal themselves and work on the toxic aspects of their personality, and you had to do the same. Okay? Pretty much that's what I'm getting here. So this might be very well what they communicate to you. They'll try and find a way to set the record straight once and for all, pretty much. Okay. So in regards to your feelings here, the Five of Swords, you have the Star card, Aquarius energy, could be dealing with an Aquarius, and you have the Seven of Cups. So you've been really fighting yourself over these possibilities. Like I said, you're aware that there's opportunities presenting themselves everywhere. Although with the Seven of Cups in reverse, I feel like, you know, in your position of what's crowning you, I feel like while you're aware of all these possibilities, and possibly that's what's causing all the confusion because you don't know what's going to be best for you and you're afraid of making the wrong decision, I think ultimately it's going to become clear what it is that you truly want, what's aligned to your path, and you're going to take it because you know what your vision is. There's no doubt about what is your happiness, what is your goal, what is your aspiration, right? Your dream. This is your dream. You know what your dream is. So there's no confusion regarding that, but you're just confused over how to approach it, right? What way is going to bring me to that end game, that goal, right? So clarifying the Seven of Cups in reverse, as I was saying, in the position of what's crowning you, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Hanged Man, and you have the Queen of Cups. So your energy, Cancer, right, as well as Pisces and Scorpio. So yeah, you're going to make a decision. You know what's going to bring you towards your goal. You know, you're at a crossroads, potentially. You know you have to make a decision, right? Over which pathway to take in order to bring me to where I need to be. But you know which one makes sense to you in your mind. You know what's aligned to your vision. You're going to come to realize that. It's going to make sense to you. Once you're able to clear the mental confusion and, you know, center yourself, that's when you're going to be able to see which pathway is going to bring you towards the abundance that you're looking for. And you're going to start to see the manifestations of that pretty quickly, right? And I feel like emotionally you might be a little bit rocked by that because it just, like I said, it's this feeling of this seems too good to be true. How did this happen, right? So while there may be an event where someone pulls back, like I said, because they're not able to financially invest, there'll be someone else that will. Pretty much straight away. It's like you lose one, you gain another, like instantly. So you're going to be like, well, crap. Like, okay. So it's going to be a bit overwhelming because you're going to see all of this abundance hitting you one after the other after the other. And you're not used to that. I feel like this is not what you're used to. So for you, Cancer, you're going to be like, God, like, what do I do? What, like it's overwhelming and you're trying to process that, right? You're feeling overwhelmed by it emotionally because you're just like, I just can't believe my luck. Like, I've never had such good fortune, good vibes, so much abundance come in before. But that's because you're open to receiving it now in a whole new way. So yeah, I feel like you are going to be emotionally overflowed, but you're going to be happy about it, right? It's going to be good emotion. You're just going to be a bit like overwhelmed is what I'm getting. Okay. So clarifying your advice here, the World card in reverse. You have the Two of Swords, the Ace of Wands, so fire energy and air energy, and you have the Six of Pentacles, so earth energy. Yeah. Something gonna trigger the hell out of you, Cancer, because it's things from the past. You've got the Six of Pentacles, so we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, so 2 6s, 6 6 is also going to be a prominent number for you. So the past is coming back into your present, essentially, with the 5 5 as well. Your past is coming back to your present to be revised and, you know, for the energies to be resolved, right? Where there was conflict. So yeah, where there was imbalance, that's going to be addressed. You know, what is needed in order to clear up any karmic residue, right? That's going to be cleared, right? And you're going to be able to move forward with your this renewed sense of conviction. But you have a decision to make. So let's have a look at that. So what is this decision that needs to be made by Cancer? Oh, 3 of Cups, celebration, happiness, good fortune. Good fortune. Happiness, joy, celebration, coming together, you know, unity, unifying with someone. Or the 10 of Wands, dropping the load for good, releasing yourself energetically from this tied connection. So there are your two choices, Cancer. You can either come back together and really embody this energy of bliss and celebration, or you can say, you know what, too much has passed. This is too much of a burden. This is not aligned with what I want. So I'm releasing it for good. You have to decide one or the other. And that moment is coming up very soon for you. Definitely in the month of May. Okay, so looking at your external influences, like I said, people, places, circumstances, environments that are surrounding you. 6 of Cups in reverse here. You have the environment of surprise, the 7 of Wands, fire energy, and you have the Hierophant, Taurus energy here. So you could be dealing with a Taurus. But either way, I feel like what's this past that's coming back around, this past circumstances, yeah, you're having to make a choice. But I feel like ultimately you are doing your best to try and block this energy, right? You're trying everything to block this energy, to block this person that's trying to come through. You're trying to block anything that reminds you of this energy, okay? Of the past hurt, of the past mistakes, you know, things that just really hurt you, essentially. The things from the past that left you feeling, you know, disappointed, heartbroken, downtrodden, that kind of energy, you know, out of balance, out of sync even with yourself. You're trying to block all of that because you don't want it. And I feel like because you're blocking it, that's why it's not currently in your present circumstances, but you're still energetically tied to it and you're still trying, even on that level, to block it. But I feel like the universe is coming in and saying, I'm bringing this to your awareness for a reason. Like, you need to release yourself from this from good, right? By either, you know, approaching this situation anew from a fresh perspective and giving yourself and this person a chance of reconciliation, or you release yourself, you free yourself and this connection for good so you can properly move forward. That's what I'm getting with that here. In regards to your, I feel like this is definitely in regards to a situation with a person, though, a romantic situation, but it could be, again, reconciliation with a family member, as I was saying. So it may come to your awareness that you have an opportunity, maybe at a family reunion, some kind of family get-together, possibly, looking at this combination here, possibly, you know, a family party of some sort, a birthday party, a wedding, something like that, something celebratory. You'll have the chance to reconcile with this person, and they want to discuss it with you and offer a new chance of rebuilding this connection from scratch, because they're aware of how imbalanced it was. Or you have the choice to free yourself from it for good, right? So that's that. So taking a look at your hopes here, the 8 of Wands. You have the 10 of Cups, water energy, and 8 of Wands, fire. So yeah, you want whatever this, you're like hoping for the good times to keep rolling, basically. You're like, let the good news come in, let the good news come in, because I've got my eye on this. I want my happy ever after. I want to, you know, 2.4 kids, dog, cat, you know, house, everything, you know, career. I want the whole works. I want my 10 of Cups. You know, I am focused solely on achieving my 10 of Cups, right? Whatever that means to you. It doesn't have to be those things, but that's just the archetypal example. But you want your 10 of Cups, whatever that means to you. And with the 8 of Wands coming up again, it's like this is coming in though. Like this is confirming. So you've got 2 8s as well, 88. So that's a very powerful number. Good fortune, like I was saying. So much good fortune coming in for you, Cancer. Positivity. Connections, right? Even spiritual connections that are going to help you on this journey. So very positive, and you're hoping, because you're hoping that this will happen, and you're positive about it, you're determined, you're keeping it in your mind's eye, you're visualizing it, you're making affirmations around it. I feel like that's why all this movement is coming in fast, to help you manifest that, right? Because you're doing the work to make it part of your reality. You know, you have to become, the only way you can bring that into fruition is by absolutely aligning your will with that image, right? It's the only way, and you have to put the work in, you know, have all of those aspects covered as well, like I mentioned, as well as working with that energy in the astral. So there's a lot that goes into it, into manifesting these huge changes, right? It's not something you can just say, oh, I hope that'll happen. Like it takes a lot of energy and a lot of work, but you're doing it and it's happening, right? It's happening. So clarifying the Five of Pentacles here in regards to your fears, you have the King of Wands again. So you could very well be dealing with a fire sign, or you have fire very prominently in your chart. And you have the Four of Cups, so water. Yeah, fire and water, man. No wonder you're like clashing. But anyway, it's your fear is essentially that you are going to be rejected by this person who's already rejected you, that's already hurt you, that already pushed you aside, cast you out, made you feel like a nobody, right? This could very well represent, like, as much like I was saying, it could be a family member, an ex-partner. It's going to be different for each of you. Some of you it will be a family member. Some of you will be a partner. For some of you, this is going to be an ex-employer or someone that you was in business with, right? Who let you down, right? Really let you down. And you're afraid with this person reappearing that they're going to make you this offer just to cut you down again, right? So you need to use your discernment. You're going to be very, very hesitant to accept anything that they offer you. You're hoping, I think your fear is that that they're going to try a new tactic, something that's going to come directly to the heart, you know, because they know that you're very heart focused, very heart centered. So you're afraid that they're going to use some underhand tactic to get to your heart space, you know, and try and get you to think about the good times possibly, or the things that they did for you in the past, right? To try and get you to open up to them, to accept their offer. But just be aware of this energy, the near future, as I was saying, because this could relate to them, particularly because the Queen of Wands is showing here. You know, that they may pull out again, right? There is a possibility that they may very well come in very fast, but then be just as quick to pull out again, right? Because they don't have what it takes to offer you anything real, essentially. They haven't got what it takes to offer you anything with substance. So just be aware of that if you are considering to accept their apology and work with them again, get back together with them again, reconcile with this family member, however it resonates with you. And then finally, taking a look at the King of Pentacles here, I feel like this is your energy. Theirs is in reverse. This is yours, Cancer, okay? You are taking steps. You are progressing yourself, right? Possible outcome. And then you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you're not in a great rush. You know that it's a process. And I think that, yeah, you're not expecting to have it all figured out, you know, the master plan figured out overnight. You know it's a work in progress. It's going to take time. So you're not going to be, you know, so if people mention anything or point out mistakes or tell you to make amendments or tell you that possibly you need to slow, put your foot down on the brakes, slow things down a little bit because there may be some details that you're overlooking. I don't think you're going to get angsty about that. I think you're aware because you want to take your time. You want to do it properly. You want to do it right first time. So you're like, that's fine. Like, I know it's going to take time, but at the same time, you know, I think you're going to know what needs to happen and what pace you want to go in. So I don't think you're going to be rushed by anybody either, right? If there's anyone that's going to be trying to rush you into making a decision or telling you how to progress in this path that you've chosen, you're not going to listen. You're going to go at your own pace, essentially. So, yeah, overall, very positive, Cancer. Just be aware, like I said, this past person, you know, family member, employer, ex-employer or boss of some description, ex-partner, they'll be coming in with this very strong communication. Just be aware that while they may have the intentions that they state, they may not be able to fulfill what it is that they're actually saying. So whatever promises they're making you, they might not be able to fulfill that because I feel like they're not going to be soon. Maybe right now they're in the position to do that, but soon they might not be. So just be aware of that, okay? So I hope that helps. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed it, yeah, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And yeah, I will be doing another reading for you, no doubt, probably around the time of the full moon, possibly one before then, we'll see. But yeah, for now, take care, and I will speak to you guys soon.